Welcome back, Basement Dwellers, to Mega Man 9. Let's play Mega Man 9. Ted has the controller. We are currently playing the Jewel Man stage. We just beat the mini-boss and therefore got a checkpoint, I think. We've already beaten, what, Magnet Man? What's his name? Magneto, I think is right.
It was Galaxy Man.
Oh, yes, that's... Oh, that jump!
It's short jumps, just short hops. That's the trick. You just don't do a full jump or you're dead.
Yeah, the game, it definitely teaches you to hold the jump button down every time, but then, like, sometimes you have to just tap it. Just tap it in.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in.
And that jump you just did where you have to move the platform to get around the spikes is, like, good freaking luck for me. That's what this level really felt like, was like 7 difficult challenges in a row.
I'm gonna die here.
Don't say that. You're gonna get a big health drop. Well, maybe we're both wrong.
Ho 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 ho!
Yeah, we were both wrong.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna use any of my powers here. I'm just gonna try to maybe familiarize myself a little bit with his pattern.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit me though right away, guaranteed.
Ooh,
this guy's pretty hard to dodge.
I think there's an achievement about like beating a boss with only 1 peg of health left though, right? Or is that just Shovel Knight?
I think so. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a ton of achievements in here. I think this guy's a lot like, is it Crash Man who jumps when you jump, or he shoots when you jump?
Crash Man shoots when you jump.
Okay.
This guy's reminding me of Woodman in Mega Man 2 with his little shield. His jewel shield looks like his leaf shield. I just rewatched our Mega Man 2 playthrough, and oh yeah, it takes his jewels away. It's kind of nice.
Okay, cool. So if you do short hops, he jumps right over you.
Oh, that's good to know. Huh, yeah, because he always does a full jump.
Wow, I never actually realized that I could just control what he does.
Yeah, really.
That's way easier. Okay, pro tip. He jumps when you jump, so just do a short hop, he'll jump right over you.
Yep, do a short hop when he's still a little ways away, and he'll do a full jump.
So that's why I always felt like he'd always hit me, because I'd always try to jump over him, and then that never works. All right, so now we've got the jewel shield. I'm trying to remember who this is good against.
That looks way better on you than it does on Jewel Man.
Man, that looks way better on you than it does on him. I'm going to go ahead and save. That looks like that's your game. Go ahead and put it on 8. Yeah.
Oh, how was I doing in my game? See, you've been playing for 10 minutes. I've been playing for 24.
Let's see, you've got wait, you got Galaxy Man and Jewel Man. I've got Galaxy Man and Jewel Man.
Oh, well, there you go.
Is this the same game? 24, 10.
No, it's not the same.
Okay. All right.
So who are you going to play next?
Stage select.
Who's it going to be?
I think my next guy was always Plug Man.
All right, do it.
Jewels. Magma. I remember Concrete does magma. Does magma. Splash Woman does concrete.
You said it correctly the first time.
I did?
I think so. I thought so.
I feel like Tornado was always like my last one. Maybe Magma was always last, or Hornet. Dang it. I can't remember.
Well, Heat Man's last in Mega Man 2,
let's do
so that might be what you're thinking of with
Man.
Mega Man. I always thought...
I feel like he's my third.
I always thought that the female robot would be... It's just so difficult to say woman instead of man. Because everything's man in Mega Man, you know? Heat Man, Cold Man, Dark Man, Light Man, Butt Man, you know? Whatever.
Butt Man.
No, Butt Man! But... I thought it would be really funny if, the woman robot was just Woman Man. Like, that's the thing. Female Man.
Female Man?
Just like, your quality is your gender.
Man.
That's it. Oh, here's the old familiarity.
Yep.
Big yellow beans! Well, that one's an easy one. You can just react to it. This one you have to, like, know it. Oh, look what they did to you.
Oh, wow, that was lucky. Okay, this is the one that they teach you the pattern. Space. 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 Oh, wait. Never mind. That's not the one that they teach you the pattern.
Well, I mean, it worked for the first bit.
Okay, we got Mega Man clones coming.
Ew. Yeah, oh yeah, every time you pass through one of those.
They were just teaching us that.
So you could jump over that. Except, oh man, you could do it, I believe in you. The baseline suspends when those blocks are appearing and the sound effect is happening. That's super authentic. Like, good on the developers for that little detail. They really did a good job with Mega Man 9, I feel. Do you hear that? I mean, you're concentrating, but the baseline is present until that noise happens.
Shoot. Luckily, it's right by our checkpoint here. Yeah, you're talking. I'm very concentrating here.
Yeah, no, that's cool. But I mean, guys, listen for the lower melodic, you know, that sort of register. And when whip is happening, there, it's just not there. Green. Okay, these green blocks make me think of green Jello. Jello makes me think of a Jello story that I have from college.
Ooh, I like Jello stories.
So when I was in college, I had a roommate named Scott who was very creative and adventurous, and he liked to come up with lots of like funny things to do.
Psych myself out.
And I'll probably tell a few Scott stories over the course of the Basement's channel's existence.
Game over.
Now you don't get the checkpoint anymore, is that right?
Correct.
All right.
That's okay.
Here we go again.
Working through it.
That's right.
Working through it.
That's how it works. Listen,
in the basement.
Guys, listen. In the basement, we believe in overcoming your hardships and pulling yourself up by your
bootstraps,
magnetic robot bootstraps, and getting the job done. Just because you don't succeed doesn't mean you can't succeed.
Just because you don't succeed doesn't mean you're not a robot.
A righteous robot falls, and 7 times he gets back up.
Wow. Or gets shot in the face with a cannon.
Adversity is diversity. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
No! Get me! Oh, I hate that stupid guy. Because you can't shoot him. Yep. You can't jump over him. You just have to take the hit.
They know. They put him in the wrong, just that spot on purpose. You gotta trust that. See, that's the benefit of the doubt. When a good developer makes a bad development choice, it's a purposeful troll. But when a bad developer makes a bad development choice, it's because they're bad at what they do. Okay, so back to my roommate Scott, the Scott story that has to do with Jello. So Scott and I were roommates, and he had lots of adventurous, crazy ideas, and we did some of them and not all of them, and that's why I'm not in jail. Well, they weren't that bad, but some of them were a little questionable. I think
there's like a tiny little
there is a way to avoid it. I think maybe if you land on like the very rightmost pixel of the green block before he shoots, something like that. So anyway, Scott and I happened to go to the same church, and this church was the kind of church that had like a potluck every once in a while. Oh, good job. You just repeated what you did before. I don't think that's luck. I think it's just good
reflexes.
Yeah, good reflexes. Yeah, it was that kind of church, so I don't know if it was once a month or once every other month or something like that. But we would always like endeavor to bring something memorable. So there are 3 things I can remember bringing, and they're obviously all memorable because I remember them. So the tamest thing we brought was Jello, but we brought literally a 5-gallon bucket full of Jello. And we had a giant ladle just stuck in it, and then a bunch of disposable bowls sitting out, and kids were like, I'm gonna have a bowl of Jello! And they would take like a full like cereal bowl's worth of Jello, and the moms would have to like scoop half of it out and put it back into our bucket.
Oh.
It was so funny to me. The next best thing, but not the best thing, out of the 3 that I remember we brought, is something my dad, I don't know if he invented it, but as far as me and my sister are concerned, as kids we made this stuff called Dragon Barf, where we took, it's like almond bark, but instead of almonds being in it, it was just various kinds of colorful candy.
Oh, yeah.
Dragon Barf, yeah.
I've seen this before.
You melt milk chocolate or white chocolate, and then you dump a bunch of like gummy worms or whoppers, that sort of thing. Nice job, Ted. Oh, you gotta spawn a couple of bad guys, though. I guess you have to do it down here, too, don't you?
I've always pushed the wrong button.
So anyway, we brought Dragon Barf, and, like, all the church moms were horrified, and all the little kids were like, these guys are cool! Those college guys are cool!
Get out of here! Oh.
Can we have more Dragon Barf, Mom? So that one was fun. But the best thing we ever did, I don't know if I've told this story in the basement. You'll have to let me know if this rings a bell. We brought what we called the hot dog pumpkin. So
I've never heard this story.
Yeah,
this is great.
We cut the lid off a pumpkin like you would a jack-o'-lantern, right, for Halloween, and then we scooped out the guts of the pumpkin. And then we took a drill, roughly the diameter of a hot dog, and we drilled holes into the wall of the pumpkin, cooked hot dogs, and inserted them into the holes of the pumpkin so they half stuck out. So picture a pumpkin with hot dogs sticking out of the sides of it on all sides, and a little droopy, you know? So it looked like an old cartoon with like dreadlocks where the hair was just like,
That's so gross.
But what you didn't know by looking at it was that it was filled with cooked baked beans. Like the beans that come into brown, that it's like almost a little soupy and like brown sugary. So the idea was you'd take a bun, grab a hot dog sticking out of the pumpkin with it, and pull while holding your plate underneath so beans would ooze out onto your plate. You would get a hot dog and beans. It took us so long to make these stupid potluck things, but it was always very appreciated. Oh, Dr. Light.
How many lives do I have? 2.
Whoa, how crazy is that it's the Dr. Light logo?
Yeah, instead of the Doctor.
The W
see,
for
that's
Wily.
the thing. So he's trying to frame Wily big time.
I like these electrical outlets, too.
Big time. Okay, I think this is right. I'm not sure. We'll find out.
Okay, basement dwellers, you see
I shouldn't
those...
use the power. I'm not going to use the power this first time here because I'm going to just try to see if I can like remind myself of the pattern.
Okay. Oh, I think the magnet sucks those things up. Or no, or did you want to use the jewel? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
He jumps
going to
at you.
use Jewel. Hopefully Jewel beats him because I don't feel like I'm good enough to beat him with the Mega Buster.
All right, basement dwellers, you see those electrical outlets in the background? How there's just the 2 prongs and no ground? If you have outlets like that, comment below. Or if you can go ahead and fight the boss there if you want to.
Well, you know what? I think I'm going to do that next time on the basement.
Oh, snap.
Sniggity snap.
All right, so comment below if you have outlets like that, and next time tune in for fighting this boss and my story about outlets like that.